Welcome. In today's presentation, we'll explore how energy firms navigate the complex landscape of renewables and traditional energy sources. We're talking about the billion-dollar question, literally. The energy industry is evolving fast, and striking the right balance is now a strategic imperative. A firm will use project portfolio management to allocate budgets to high-priority initiatives, such as renewable energy, to align its net carbon goals. It'll mitigate risks in upstream exploration projects through diversification, optimize resource utilization by reallocating skilled professionals from completing oil and gas projects to ongoing renewable energy projects. Thus, the firm achieves a balanced portfolio with sustainable growth across energy sectors. It reduces environmental impact by investing in low carbon projects and increases profitability and competitive advantage in transitioning to a greener energy future. Project Portfolio Management, or PPM, is the backbone of strategic investment in the energy industry. It ensures that every dollar spent has a purpose. It's the science of balancing value and risk across multiple, often competing initiatives. It's about connecting projects to organizational goals. This is vital due to the high capital investment, long project life cycles, and environmental and regulatory implications, as already highlighted previously. Each energy type brings its own pros and cons. Renewables offer long-term sustainability and align with ESG goals, but often require large upfront investments. Non-renewables deliver immediate stability and quicker returns, though they are facing increasing regulatory scrutiny. Understanding these trade-offs is essential for making smart portfolio decisions. Other trade-offs that are to be considered is whether or not these projects contribute to the corporate goals, is they reducing resource wastage, and is it enhancing operational focus. Balancing isn't just a gut instinct, it's methodical. We apply scoring models and data analytics to make objective decisions. We use balanced scorecard, Hoshin Canary, or similar approaches to translate high-level corporate objectives into actionable portfolio-level metrics. A strategic planning and management system that aligns the business activities with the organization's vision and strategy. There are unique challenges, as I've already mentioned: high capital intensity, regulatory scrutiny, and environmental impact. Therefore, there is a need for holistic performance measure beyond the traditional financial metrics. Tools like linear programming help us prioritize projects based on risk, return, ESG metrics, and long-term goals. This kind of optimization is key to effective energy strategy. Let's look at BP as an example. Back in 2020, BP's carbon cutting target stood out as one of the most ambitious of the industry. BP is traditionally an oil and gas company, but as back in the late 2010 to 2020, there was a transition to be more of a energy company. So BP had announced significant investments into its green energy, into renewable energy. However, recently, BP announced that it will cut its renewable energy investments and instead focus on increasing oil and gas production. BP's chief executive, Murray Auchincloss, said the company had gone too far too fast in transitioning away from fossil fuels. Describing this as a strategic reset, it looks to boost performance and net debt funding for the energy transition. So it'll instead cut that energy transition from 5 billion to 1.2 billion yearly. And as part of the new strategy, the company will grow its oil and gas investment by about 20% to 10 billion per year. So the company looked at its projects, looked at the net present value of those projects, looked at the regulations and the change of regulations that has happened over the last 5 years to come up with scenarios where to balance their portfolio requires a reduction in their renewables investment and an increase in their non-renewables investment. ESG is no longer optional. It's central to how investors, regulators, and customers view energy companies. Projects are evaluated based on their environmental impact, such as carbon emissions, energy efficiency, and renewable resource use. ESG integration into portfolios supports long-term strategic alignment. It helps improve reputation of the company and reduces operational and regulatory risks. At the same time, carbon-heavy projects are facing increasing policy restrictions. That's why portfolio balance is a hedge, not just against financial volatility, but also against regulatory and reputational risk. Success isn't just about profit anymore, it's about sustainability and operational reliability. Metrics used across the collective performance of a group of projects against strategic, financial, and operational benchmarks provide early warning signals of underperformance or misalignment with the strategy. Sustainability is now a fundamental lens for evaluating project success. We measure financial health with return on investment and net present value. We track environmental impact through carbon offsets, and we assess delivery stability with uptime and outage data. Together, these KPIs help define a truly successful energy portfolio. To wrap up, no one-size-fits-all answer. Managing a modern energy portfolio means embracing renewable innovation and reliability from traditional sources. Strategic oversight, trend responsiveness, and scenario modeling are critical to building agile, sustainable portfolios that align with the evolving regulations. Ongoing surveillance of the portfolio's progress, resource utilization, alignment with strategic goals enables proactive decision-making and also helps identify resource bottlenecks and regulatory compliance gaps early. With the right tools and insights, project portfolio management helps us to make the balance work for today and for the future. So references for today's presentation were built from insights from our course content, ICPE 665, as well as research from global experts, DOE, World Economic Forum, McKinsey, Bloomberg, and the case study was from earth.org. Thank you for your attention.